on Co-op.
Good morning. I am joined today by Delillah from Autographics Trim Signs. How's it going today, Delillah?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. Tell us a bit about Autographics Trim Signs. I mean, it's pretty well spelled out in the name, but
Yeah.
what sort of services and products do you offer?
We wear a lot of hats. So we do graphics, wraps, billboards, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
We also have our own wood shop. So we do box liners with wood. We do wooden coffin boxes or rat packs, as some of the guys call them.
Yeah.
Backseat organizers. We also do armor guard spray lining. So we can do box liners with that. We can cover up your rust and rock dents on the outside of your pickup truck. And then every vehicle accessory you can imagine.
Oh, my.
All of it. We just do everything. And of course, I can't forget, we also do audio and sound systems as well.
Oh, okay. So really kind of anything you want to do to make your vehicle look better inside and outside. And if you want it to look fancier, you can kind of do it at Autographics.
Yeah, make it cool.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about the history of the company, if you don't mind? I know you're the manager. You've been around for 4 or 5 years or so, but tell us a bit about the owners and what they got into here.
Yeah, so it was started by Jason Stanley in the 80s.
So it's they've been here for a while.
We've been in Fort St. John for a couple years.
You're an institution.
Yes. I believe at the beginning he was just doing classic like pinstriping out of a van. That's the story I've heard from the guys. But
That's
of course,
a classic small business startup story.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to start the business out of the back of a van. It's not weird at all.
Right.
And so we started there, and then as oil field and everything kicked up in like the 90s and early 2000s, we opened the business and started adding more services to what we offer. And we've just gone from there. We just keep adding things and keep doing more stuff. So, yeah.
And I mean, for your kind of small part of this journey so far, what brought you to Autographics? What made you say, I'd like to work with them?
I always wanted to do graphic related stuff. And I was just very fortunate that the Jasons took me on during COVID, and I've just become very loyal because of that. And I told Jay, I was like, don't worry about stuff. I'm going to be the boss now and take care of your staff and make sure you guys are getting advertised. And that's just how I ended up here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you say you like to do graphic stuff. Like, do you kind of mean like the art and creative side of designing some of the things that people put on? Or?
Yeah. So I do all of the main graphic design at the shop. That's where I
Gotcha.
spend most of my time. And then also, of course, I spent my first year and a half doing the accessory side of the shop. So I know everything about the parts and the sales from that side, but mostly I just do the graphics nowadays.
I see. Do you have like a background in graphic design? Like, did you go to school for it, or just like you've always kind of been an artistic person?
Yeah, I've always done it. Had a little bit of time at a couple other shops around before I worked at Autographics, of course. So just like some informal training, some school level training, and then Jason and we do online courses as well occasionally to learn new stuff.
I see.
Yes.
Very cool. I suppose even in your time, you've seen it change a bit, like quite a bit from, even how you design it, what programs to use, to kind of how it gets onto the side of the vehicle.
Yeah, I still use the old school program, but
Nice.
occasionally I'll open up Photoshop and use the fancy stuff, but I'm still on the old school program.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, if someone's listening right now and they maybe want an upgrade to their stereo system, or they got some graphic design needs, or whatever they happen to need, as you offer lots, what should they do? How should they come see you? Should they reach out, phone you, say, this is what I need? What's the best way?
Yeah, I mean, you can call us. That's probably the easiest way if you don't want to drive all the way out there. It's the easiest way to deal with us. Or you could pop by the shop, bring your vehicle. I mean, we've got people who've been there for 10 to 30 years. So somebody can come out and look at it with you and figure out what exactly you need, what that's going to look like for price wise and everything else.
Gotcha. And what's the phone number?
It's 250-785-4868.
Yeah. And also, what's your kind of hours of business when you open?
We're open weekdays, Monday to Friday, 8 till 5. We are just closed from 12 till 1. So if you come banging on the door between 12 and 1 o'clock, you're just going to be in the parking lot looking a little annoyed at us, probably.
Good to know. Make sure you don't stop by at lunchtime. Well, Delillah, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. That's Delillah from Autographics Trim Sign. Call them today, 250-785-4868.
Join us next Thursday for the next edition of Vocal for Local, brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op. If you have a small business and would like to be featured for free, call us at 787-7100 or email reception@moosefm.ca.